So here's the dealio. Today's video is only going to be a first look. And second, this kit's been out for quite some time. The reason why I'm doing a first look at this is because I've had a ton of requests. Oh yeah, and this is the Therion bottom feeding DNA 75 Squonk kit. For those of you guys who do not know what squonking is, you got a bottle, right? Bottle down here. You squeeze on that bottle, it shoots juice up through the bottom of the RDA into your deck section, wicks, and you vape. It's just like dripping from the bottom. So here's the packaging for this Therion bottom feeder DNA 75 kit. And inside that packaging, you're going to receive your Therion bottom feeder DNA 75 mod. You receive this 24mm squawkable RDA called the Delirium. And with that Delirium RDA, you're going to receive some extras. That's right, extra hex screws, a tri-tool, a buku of O-rings, and a threaded Delrin drip tip. Comes with this USB cord for charging and upgradable firmware. Also with this Therion bottom feeder, you receive an extra 11mm squonk bottle and extra tubing. And last but not least, they include a manual for this kit. A close-up view of this Therion bottom feeder. Now, a few specs for you. She's primarily made of die-cast zinc alloy. She's got an ebony panel on this side and ebony panel on this side. Here's the battery door, and on the battery door with the one that I own, it's got the pearl coffee texture. Absolutely gorgeous. The site that sent this thing to me, I'll post a link down in the description, but they're going to be offering two textures, the pearl coffee texture and the black texture, and then the rest of the options, I believe there's like 6 other options. It's going to be genuine leather. Different color, genuine leather options. Pretty freaking cool, but as far as measurements goes, this thing is 90.5mm by 54mm by 27mm. And at the top, you got your stainless steel 510 connection. You also have a 510 squirter. That's what I call it. That's your 510 pin, but it's got a hole in the middle because you got a bottle down here. You squeeze this bottle, it shoots juice up through the bottom of the RDA you have sitting on here, and that's squonking for you. It says Therion BF up top. It's got the Therion logo. At the bottom of this mod, it says designed in the UK, manufactured by Lost Vape. So here's the front of this mod. You have the fire button, the mini screen, the wattage up, wattage down buttons, the USB port, and the chip that's in this bad boy is the DNA 75, a super reliable, super sophisticated chip alongside the DNA 200. I'm not going to be going over any of the menu settings because I've done in the past. Done it with the DNA 200 and it's pretty much the exact same as the DNA 75, except with the DNA 200 you get 200 watts, with the DNA 75 you get 75 watts. So you got a battery door, it comes out. Oh yeah, and there's your bottle, holds 11 mils of e-liquid. You got this tube that runs down through the bottle, so if you have your e-juice in there, again, if you press it, it's going to shoot juice up through the tube, through the 510 squirter into your RDA. This sucker comes out like so, and as you guys can see, there's your battery right there. This is a single 18650 device, and it's got this little barrier, this plastic barrier, and that pops out just like that. There's your battery. Now I cut my ribbon. I got sick of the ribbon. It was way too long, but yeah, you could pop the battery out like so, and booyah, there is your battery tray. You got your spring-loaded connection, nice and clean. Again, here's the plastic barrier, and that clips into place just like so, and I find that, see, this is the right side up, but I turn it over like this, and it fits better like this. Got my 11mm squonk bottle filled up to the brim, and all we're going to do is insert the tube into this section right here. And as you guys can see, when I squeeze this, oh yeah, juice coming up through that 510 squirter. One last quick look at the battery panel. Now you got notches. You got 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then they click into place into here. And then also you have a little notch down here with a notch down here. It's got a magnet up here, magnet right there. And what you do is you just slide it on there. Clicks into place. So here's the RDA that comes with this kit, the Delirium. Now, a few specs for you. She's primarily made of stainless steel. She's 24mm in width, and she's about 40mm in height. She comes with 2 Delrin drip tip options, as you guys can see, a threaded one and a standard 510 drip tip option. Now, this is your 510 drip tip adapter. So, like I said, standard 510 drip tip comes out like so. This sucker unscrews from the top cap. Again, the standard 510 drip tip that comes with this press fits into this adapter, or you can use the threaded Delrin drip tip that comes with this instead and pop that sucker in there. And it's got nice smooth threads. You got to be careful with these plastic threads because you could strip them. So yeah, here's your top cap, and up top you got 5 adjustable airflow slots on one side, 5 adjustable airflow slots on the other. You grab a hold of this top cap and you can adjust. Now I will state this, when you first get it, it's going to be really restrictive. You got to juice her up. Once she juices up, she's good. It's dry right now, so it's going to be restrictive, but that's how you adjust it. You see that? Whatever you adjust on this side is going to be the exact same on the other side, and you can close it off. If you want to just run the bottom airflow, you can close it off. So the way that I've been doing is I've just been closing off the top airflow and using the bottom, and you can adjust this bottom by just making sure you have it screwed onto a mod. That's the easiest way to do it. Grabbing a hold of it and then turning it, and boom, you can close her off halfway if you want, and that's on both sides, or you can close her off even more all the way, especially if you want to just open up the top airflow. So she's closed off at the bottom. and opened up at the top. Like I said, I prefer the bottom though. So here's just the barrel / top cap section without the deck installed. Like I said, nice snug fit, and this thing actually is very thick for an RDA. So here is the deck section. The build I have in here is a macro build. Macro stainless steel, 316 stainless steel, brand new. Haven't even upholstered yet, just a standard space build. That's what I prefer with this deck section. To each is their own. It's all going to be subjective, but this is your normal Velocity style deck with bottom airflow and top, obviously with this RDA. But the bottom airflow, I mean, you guys have seen this deck plenty of times before. There's so many manufacturers making this type of deck nowadays, but the difference is this has that Squonk pin in the middle, so when you squeeze that bottle, the juice comes up and comes into this deck section, hits the wick, and then wicks to the coil. But you got plenty of room to build on. You got plenty of space, positive post, negative post, peak insulator. You got plenty of lead room. Look at the post hole sizes, those oval post hole sizes. You got the side mount hex screws on both sides, and at the base you got the base of the Squonk pin along with the smooth 510 threads, and at the base it also says designed and manufactured by Lost Vape. Got her wicked up. Now it's time to squeeze that bottle and get some of that juice into the deck section. Line up the slots with the slots, and boom, I'm going to adjust her down just a little bit, and I've closed off the top airflow, and I'm ready to vapor. So like you guys saw in the close-ups, I got the top airflow completely closed off. I got the bottom airflow halfway open on both sides. Obviously, in the build, 0.22 ohms, 0.23 ohms, vapor at 70 watts. Here we go. Oh yeah, and this is regular wattage mode, not temp mode. Golly, 70 watts, blissful with this 0.22 ohm stainless steel build. In this RDA, you get airflow for freaking days. You get plenty of room to build on. Standard Velocity style deck, as you guys saw. Now, the airflow is loud. It really is. You guys hear it, but I'm going to open up the top. Just the top. Close off the bottom. Totally different. Totally different hit there. The top airflow versus bottom airflow. I like bottom better, but you can do it if you want. I'm going to open up both of them now. God, airflow for days, airflow for days. The chip that's in this, like I said, the DNA 75 by Evolve, super consistent. One more thing I want to state though, if you chain vape, this thing gets hot, man. The mod gets hot, the RDA gets hot, everything gets pretty hot. If you own one of these, you've been vaping on it, comment. Please comment down in the description. Let me know if yours is getting hot, because mine sure is. Oh yeah, and I haven't squawked once. I've been vaping this whole time and hadn't even squawked. But yeah, in order to squawk, you guys know what to do. You just squeeze. You hear that? You hear that suction? That means it's feeding to it, and you're gonna vape. I mean, good to go. Great flavor, great vapor. Like I said, first impressions, it's good. The only thing is, this thing gets hot. That's the first thing that I noticed. Again, if you own one of these bad boys, please comment down in the description if you have the same issues. This is Rip Trippers, and remember, smoking is dead. Vaping is the future, and the future is now.